It's a new year, and pretty much everyone else already launched their 2020 videos. Here I am a bit late, but still here nonetheless. This is a special time because this isn't just simply a new year. This is the start of a new decade. This is the 20s. And for a lot of people, this is their symbolic statement for a great event. A mighty declaration to existence. For some, it may be to change something important, such as trying to break a crippling habit. For others, it may be to begin something new, such as a fresh career. And for another group, it may be to finish a lifelong pursuit, such as graduating from school. I don't know what that declaration may be. It can be something about relationships, to college, to starting up a company, to marriage, and to everything conceivable and inconceivable between them. But a significant group of people are lost, confused, and sometimes unhappy. They make a declaration but are lost inside, myself included at times. It's a frightful aspect. The aim of this video is to lay out my thoughts on how to dispel this fear, clear up my own head, and find a strong identity. Possibly it'll even give clarity to others. After all, this is the year of 2020. None of this is professional advice. This is just for entertainment purpose, and to try to synthesize my own thoughts. But perhaps with these thoughts, this lost group can find happiness, and make the impact they have always wanted. And as a heads up, these topics may seem pretty unorthodox, and also they're pretty much limited based on my own personal experience, so take it with a grain of salt. Everyone always says to follow your dream. That's pretty much the go-to line for everyone wanting to do an inspirational talk. Following your dream is pretty hard, but before that, there's another more difficult section. And that section for many is, what's the dream? Chasing and building a dream is fine and dandy, but no one ever talks about finding out what your dream is. So the question that comes up naturally afterwards would be, how do you find your dream? Unfortunately, there's no hard-coded steps to find it. And to be honest, I'm still carving out my own pathways. But there are some general guidelines as far as I can tell. It involves a lot of experimentation and a lot of introspection on the person's part. And what I realize is a lot of people seem to pigeonhole their dreams into a specific profession. Why? I remember growing up and seeing adults ask, what do you want to be? I remember us youngins answering firefighter, astronaut, teacher, daredevil. The normal stereotypical answers. Nothing's wrong with those responses, but I have a couple of problems with it. One, that is a lot of burden to put on teens who are basically going through a wide variety of things. And two, why those specific niches? Why does it have to be a set profession? And this is one of the things I've learned to help figure out your dream. Break down said professions and your interest into their elements and qualities. For example, I enjoy exploring. I enjoy stories. I enjoy making something beautiful. These elements and qualities are now guidelines for exploration. You can now be a digital artist to make something beautiful, or you can be an architect to make a beautiful structural design. You can develop your own stories as a writer, or you can find your own stories to tell as a journalist. You can explore the realms of science in a lab, or you can be out in the field as a field researcher. I feel like this method of approach frees you from hard-set constraints and helps in discovering that dream. And don't trip into the pitfall that a dream must be a profession. It can be abstracted further as well, such as building a family. If that's the case, then the available profession shifts dramatically, such as reaching a minimum income requirement to build that family. The point is, don't restrict yourself to a profession, and instead think about elements and qualities. And do your best to have flexible dreams. Don't be just static and immovable without good reason. Why? Because the world changes. New things are discovered every day. And with it, opportunities drastically change. Sometimes for the better, and sometimes for the worse. Esports, for example, is now a huge thing that wasn't possible in the 80s. E-commerce changed the playing field for countless industries. Independent game and music development tools are now made accessible for the common person. Who knows what will come in the future? But I do understand that dreams are complex, difficult, and very, very tricky. And attempting to build them up is even more convoluted. Sometimes the dreams topic must be suspended to take care of another pressing matter, such as taking care of an ill family member. All this is a possible topic for another time. But there is one topic that helps in banishing the confusion, quelling the fear, and assist in finding happiness. It's those around you. Your social circle, your friends, your family. It sounds so fundamentally simple, but it's a fundamental for a reason. They help prop you up when you feel down. They help bounce different ideas when you're drawing blanks. They are companions in exploring and discovering yourself and your dreams. Humans by nature are social beings. Think of it this way. How often are you introduced to a new game or something you like because of a friend or family? Take care of them. Talk to them. Don't let them fade into obscurity. Too often I've seen friendships disappear because they simply don't talk. They say everything is moving too fast, and that there's always next week. Then next week becomes next month, and next month becomes next year, and this is where it starts to get dicey. Because before they've known it, they've drifted apart, completely estranged from each other. Extremely close and good friends can pick up exactly where they left off after what seems to be lifetimes. To these close friends, it seems like nothing really happened. But how do you get to extremely close friend status? And honestly, it's just spending time with them. Something as simple as calling them up or leaving a text. Don't bombard them, of course, but a short catch-up text every now and then is usually all it takes. And of course, I do acknowledge that there are toxic relationships. But that is a very in-depth, complex topic far beyond my scope. The focus is to introspect about the qualities and traits you want for your dreams, and to not neglect your friends and family. None of this is easy, but we're all in this journey together, trying to build our lives, find our dreams, and discover ourselves. It's better to go along this journey with good company than trying to struggle alone.